Hi, boys and girls. Happy Monday. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get started on some main idea. We've been working on main idea for a while in second grade, but this time we're working on main idea of multiple paragraphs. That means that we might be looking at a text that has 2, 3, maybe 4 paragraphs, and we're going to determine what the main idea is of that one paragraph or of the entire text. Okay, so first let's go ahead and let's review some about what main idea is. The main idea is what the section is mostly about. This is a complete, straight sentence, okay? It is not 1 or 2 words. If you give me 1 or 2 words, you are giving me the topic, which is great, but that's not the main idea, and we are working for a main idea that's a complete sentence, okay? So some ways to think about main idea, well, some ways to look for it are, 1, in the title. The title usually is a couple words, though, and so that's going to give us the topic. 2, the pictures, okay? If the main idea is the most important thing that you're supposed to learn, then why would they put pictures of things that aren't important, okay? Obviously, the pictures are going to be things that are important to the text, so it's going to be things about the main idea. Text features, bold words we know are important words, so bold words are often important things to know, and that means that they might have to do with the main idea too. And then, as always, first sentence and last sentence. We know that from working on main idea in the past that usually the main idea is hidden in the first or second sentence. Sometimes they throw it in at the end, though. All right, details are what supports the main idea. For example, if I was reading about dogs, my topic is dogs, but I'm reading specifically the main idea is tricks dogs can learn. Okay, the details would be the different tricks. They can learn to sit, they can learn to roll over, they can learn to talk. Okay? Now, another way to think of main idea is to think of the main idea as an ice cream cone. So the cone holds the ice cream together. It keeps it all tied together. It's the important part. And that's what the main idea does. And it's usually listed first. You wouldn't scoop ice cream into your hand and then put a cone on the bottom. Okay, same thing with main idea. You usually put the main idea first and then add your details. Speaking of details, those are like our scoops. Okay? Those give it more flavor, those give us more information. That's where we learn lots of things about the main idea. So we can, I think I was going to have us do this practice, but we're going to skip those practices. I just want to look at this one down here. Which detail doesn't belong in the paragraph? A school of fish work together as a team. The fish look for food together. They keep each other safe. Penguins work together to keep warm. Small fish work together to keep big fish away. All right, so the main idea of this paragraph, a school of fish work together as a team. Is the whole thing about fish working together as a team? That's our first sentence. The fish look for food together. That's them working together. They keep each other safe. That's them working together. Penguins work together to keep warm. What? Do penguins have anything to do with fish working together? No. So if you scroll down here, if we look at our next slide, a school of fish work together as a team. That is our main idea, but penguins work together to keep warm has nothing to do with the fish working together. I'm sorry, I don't know why that screen just went blank, okay? All right, I'm going to jump on over now to an app called Classkick. I think we've used this before in my room, and I've been practicing a little bit with this screen recording, so forgive me. I've got a lot going on here. Ignore these. You never saw any of that? And we're going to practice right now with this main idea of multiple paragraphs, okay? I want to point out these numbers that you see down here on the sides. 1, 2, and 3. They're numbering each paragraph for us. You should know at this point in second grade that a paragraph is these pushed in pieces, okay? So it's starting a new idea in each one. But this whole text is still about the same topic. It's all about a country called Greece. Okay, the entire thing is about this country called Greece. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read this paragraph to you guys. Here we go. Greece. Greece is one of the oldest countries in the world. This country has several islands. The capital of Greece is Athens. That's a city, just like Indianapolis or Chicago. Democracy first began in Greece. Democracy is a form of government. It started in 507 BC with the help of a man named Cleanthes. In a democracy, Greeks were able to choose their leader by voting. These leaders made rules. This form of government is still used today. Greek food is special. Spinach pie is called spanakopita. Greek sandwiches served in pita bread are called gyros. People in other parts of the world also eat Greek food. Our first question here is asking us, gave us a lot of information about Greece, and so the question is asking us what's the main idea of the passage. So it doesn't want to know what the main idea of paragraph 1 or 2 or 3 are. It wants to know the entire main idea. What did they want us to learn about Greece in this passage? So same thing as usual, we're going to start with reading the first and second sentences. Greece is one of the oldest countries in the world. Is this whole thing about Greece being one of the oldest countries in the world? Well, it certainly gave a detail down here about how old it is. Okay, but I don't see a whole lot else. So let's check the second sentence. This country has several islands. Is the whole thing about it having several islands? No, not quite. Okay, let's look at our last sentence where the main idea sometimes hides as well. People in other parts of the world also eat Greek food. Was the whole thing about the food? Not quite. So it must have something to do with Greece being one of the oldest countries in the world. Okay, so let's see what else they taught us. So it's one of the oldest, and it tells us that democracy began there. So that's something that came from Greece and that's been around for a really long time. And then it tells us about Greek food that's been around a long time. So let's look at our answer choices down below. A, Greece is an old special place. Does that kind of go along with our top sentence up here? Yeah, kind of. B, Greece has more than one island. Is the entire text about Greece having more than one island? No. C, people make gyros in Greece. Is the entire text about people making gyros in Greece? No. D, Athens is the capital of Greece. Is the whole thing about Athens being the capital of Greece? No. I agree. I think that, go back. I think that A is probably our best answer choice. Greece is an old special place. We learned that it's the oldest country. We learned that democracy came from there. And we learned that they've got a lot of special food. Absolutely. Good job, guys. Okay, we're going to ignore all of this. It's all going to go away in 3, 2, 1. Yay! You never saw any of that, okay? Oops, some of that I should have kept, though. All right, this text is called Saguaro Cactus. Now, I want to show you guys a test trick, okay? When you take tests, sometimes it helps to go down and read the question first. What is the main idea of the fourth paragraph? If they just want to know about the fourth paragraph, do we need to take the time to read the top few paragraphs? Typically, no. You can if you'd like to, but if I just need the main idea of the fourth paragraph, and I'm trying to make sure that my test, I only have so much time, it might be a good idea to go ahead and skip on down to the fourth paragraph and read that paragraph specifically. The other thing that can happen if we read all of the paragraphs, we might confuse ourselves and we might pick the main idea for a different paragraph. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to count down. I put arrows to show the indents where each paragraph starts. Here's paragraph 1, here's 2, 3, and here's our paragraph 4. I'm going to get rid of everything above paragraph 4 so that we can read paragraph 4 and really decide what the main idea is of that specific paragraph. Saguaro cacti do not grow fast. A saguaro cactus will grow only about 1.5 inches in the first 8 years. Saguaro cacti do not grow branches until they are between 50 and 70 years old. If there is not much rain, it can take as long as 100 years to grow branches. A saguaro cactus can live between 135 and 175 years old. Some scientists think the saguaro cactus can grow for more than 200 years. Wow! So what do you think the main idea of this fourth paragraph is? Let's check our first sentence. Saguaro cacti do not grow fast. Does the rest of the text give me ideas about how slowly they grow? A saguaro cactus will only grow about 1.5 inches in 8 years. Wow, that's really slow. Saguaro cacti do not grow branches until they are 50 to 70 years old. That's really slow. If there's not much rain, it can take as long as 100 years to grow branches. That's extremely slow. Imagine being 100 years old before you grow your arms. Whew. So yeah, we've got a lot of details showing that saguaro cacti do not grow fast. Do you guys see an answer choice that matches what we've picked? A, saguaro cacti grow a little amount in the first 8 years. While that is something that we've underlined, is it the main idea? Nope, that's a detail. B, saguaro cacti grow very slowly. That sounds like a good choice. That matches our main idea very well. C, saguaro cacti live between 135 and 175 years. That's about how long they live. That's not how slowly they grow. D, saguaro cacti grow branches when they are between 50 and 75 years old. That shows us that they grow slowly, but that's not the main idea. He's a detail. B is our best choice. Saguaro cacti grow very slowly. Okay, boys and girls, you're going to be hopping on over to Showbie, and I'm going to go ahead and show you what your work is. On Showbie, inside of e-learning on Monday 4/6, you're going to pull up main idea questions. You have 1, 2, 3 paragraphs to read. They're all about polar bears. Using the tools at the top of Showbie, I'd like for you to go through and highlight the main idea of each paragraph and underline one detail for each paragraph. Then down below on the line, you may either type with the text box or just write with the pencil the main idea of each paragraph. Remember, main idea is a sentence. The main idea is what polar bears look like. The main idea is what polar bears eat. Okay? Finding the main idea of each of these 3 paragraphs. Please don't forget to click done when you're done so that your teacher can look at what you've done. Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow.